Hey there! Want to know how I turned a struggling laser tag business from just $30,000 per annum to a booming $300,000 in just 1 year? During COVID? While being shut down for over 20 weeks? Crazy, right? And I did it working part-time. Stick around, because I'm going to share the 3 core things you need to scale your business fast. By the end, you'll have the blueprint to crush it in your own business and maybe even hit numbers you never dreamed possible. Let's dive in. All right, number 1, access to capital. It's essential. Access to capital is essential, and it's a hard truth. It's tough to make money without money. Scaling your business often requires investment. Whether it's upgrading your equipment, hiring a team, or launching a killer marketing campaign, without the right funding, you're left spinning your wheels, spiraling in different directions, and unable to reach your real potential. When I was running the laser tag business, Next Level Skirmish, we faced a massive hurdle, COVID. And we had to shut down for over 20 weeks. But it wasn't 20 straight weeks. It was 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week on, 1 week off. So it was quite challenging, to say the very least. But I knew if we were going to survive, let alone scale, I needed capital so I could adapt. I secured funding to pivot our business model. I invested extensively in marketing. I focused on our core aim of being the best, the absolute best party venue in the area. Our offer was better than any other, and I knew that because I looked at them all. And the best value and the best fun and the longest duration. They were long parties. They weren't short little crappy parties. They were long ones that were actually awesome. And they were cool. Let's face it, laser tag outside was really cool. And it also fitted lots of age groups, like 6-year-olds were playing and 96-year-olds were playing. It's great. We got great photos. We got covers, we bought covers of magazines, front covers, back covers, prime positions. We got prime radio spots. We also increased our equipment, and we got 5 times the amount of guns. Thus, I created 5 times the capacity and opened us up to larger events and so forth. The capital was the lifeline that allowed us to stay afloat and come out stronger on the other side. So here's my pro tip on the first one. Don't shy away from funding. Whether it's a small business loan, grants, or investors, there are links below to help you access the money you need to grow. Remember, money is a tool, and if you use it wisely, it can skyrocket your growth. Now, the second one, a crazy idea that sets you apart. You need to scale, the second thing you need to scale is a crazy idea that makes you different from everyone else. Think about it. The people who truly change the game aren't afraid to break the rules or do something wild. Let me give you a few examples. How about Elon Musk, right? Legend he is. People thought he was nuts when he said he would build a reusable rocket with SpaceX. Now, he's revolutionized space travel. Love him or hate him, he's really made that difference. Steve Jobs. Back when Apple launched the iPhone, everyone thought the idea of a touchscreen only phone was absurd. I must say I did too. It took me ages to accept there was no buttons. But today, I can't even imagine life without him. Then there's Sarah Blakely. Sorry, Sarah. The founder of Spandex. She took a pair of scissors to pantyhose and created a $1 billion shapewear empire. Very cool. Now back to my story. When I purchased Next Level Skirmish, an outdoor laser tag venue, I had a brave strategy. I did my research. I found out who the customers were, why they came, what was important to them, how other laser tag venues ran, and what made them successful. All the basic things everybody should do in any business. I got to know the lay of the land. Then I strategically sought out to do something different. I started asking questions about why they chose to do the things the way they did, and tapped into my experience from multiple industries. Getting ideas from other industries is a huge game changer, by the way. Just keep that one up there. I worked out that the owners of these types of businesses generally fell into two groups. Men who liked guns and gadgets and had a passion for the game, or multinationals or big corporates whose focus was arcade games and laser tag was an upsell to their current offerings. I found we had some advantages too. We were close to the central business district, where most other outdoor laser tag venues were at least a 45-minute drive. They were out in paddocks miles away. Thus, the needs of our customers were very different to those ones that were out further. When the venue is far away, a 15-minute session like those in the arcade venues was not a draw card. No one's driving an hour to play for 15 minutes and drive back. So on our outdoor laser tag competitors, bookings were generally 2.5 hours apart. The sessions went for an hour and a half, and they generally had a half an hour break in the middle because you're running around the whole time. It's full on. So you've got 1.5 hour sessions, you're booking the sessions 2.5 hours apart, and the reason they did this was to allow for late arrivals and play time to go over, as the players still had a bit of energy given that they had a 30-minute break. This gave us a maximum of 5 sessions per day, and we needed staff for 13 hours. This is how the sessions were being run when I arrived, and how it was done in pretty much most laser tag venues that were outdoor. And like I said, the indoor ones were 15 minutes. So thinking outside the square, and to the dismay of my staff and the harsh judgment of people in the industry, I changed it up. I ran 1 hour laser sessions with no breaks and a 15-minute changeover. This increased sessions from 5 per day to 11, more than doubling our capacity. Between the extra equipment, I 5 times the guns, and the extra capacity, I'd taken the business from a maximum of 60 people per day at full capacity to over 550 people could play per day. Massive game changer. Now, we did have some disadvantages. There was no room for a kitchen or food storage, just a small office for the equipment and the desks and the toilets, that sort of thing. So we made it a BYO, bring your own, and became the number 1 delivery site for Domino's. That we always said, just order a pizza. To our surprise, allowing parents because majority of them were parties for kids, allowing the parents to bring their own party food saved us time and extra staffing costs, and the customers loved it because so many kids had allergies and they felt they were getting a better deal because they got to provide the food the way they wanted to. So what initially was our disadvantage actually became a really strong advantage, a really strong selling point to our customers. Creating a whole new delivery time frame was a crazy idea. No one in the industry or in the business itself thought it would work, but it worked. It worked so well, the customers loved it and reported feeling like they got more value. Why? Because the players finished and they were exhausted. Exactly what you want a bunch of 8-year-olds to be when they have their birthday cake. It was hitting the right market the right way that made them happy. I would love to say that this single pivot was the game changer, but that is really rarely the case if you're actually tenfolding a business. We did so many crazy changes that others thought were bonkers. It was tough to go against the tried and tested concepts. I had to be brave. In the end, all ideas worked, but not all the ideas worked. Not all of them worked, but most of them did. And the ones that did added so much more value that the ones that didn't matter. Some examples of these pivots include improving the offering that we're giving, increasing seating space and so forth, investing in training, a totally unique pricing strategy compared to the rest of the industry that really upset people as well. There was a lot of changes in that time. I can expand more on these in another video if you like. And in the end, our customers turned into raving fans, spreading the word and driving our growth even during the shutdown. So what's the takeaway from this point? Ask yourself, what's my crazy idea? Or ideas with an S. What can you do that no one else is doing in your industry? Maybe it's a unique product, an unconventional marketing strategy, or a bold pricing model. Don't be afraid to take risks. Take lots of risks, because that's where the magic happens. And then number 3, finally, this is the big one. You need someone to back you up and support you. Even the greatest entrepreneurs and leaders don't do it alone. Let's take a look at some examples. Bill Gates had Warren Buffett as a mentor. Oprah Winfrey worked with a life coach, Martha Beck. Michael Jordan credited his coach, Phil Jackson, for pushing him to greatness. Having someone in your corner, a mentor, a coach, or a trusted advisor, can make all the difference. They provide guidance, help you navigate challenges, and keep you accountable when the going gets tough. When I was scaling the laser tag business, I didn't just wing it. I sought advice from experienced mentors who had been through the tough times before, though none had really gone through something like COVID, but we're all in it together. And ones who pushed my boundaries. They were pushing me to be better and to think differently. And that really helps when you've got the pushback of people wanting you to conform. They added help for me to see my blind spots. They helped me refine the strategy and think it through properly and stay focused on my goals. Without their support, I would have made way more mistakes and wasted a lot of time and money. You can find mentors and coaches in many places. You can find them online. Friends that are in business can be really good mentors for you, family, anyone who's really on board with you doing something bold and different and helping you work through those bold, different things and bring them into life to actually implement them. That's the sort of person that you want to be on your side. And it can be tough to find them, but that will make the difference. You can also reach out to me. I've got a program, and whether you're stuck on what to do next, unsure how to scale, or just need a trusted sounding board, others have been there and know the questions to ask and how to get what you want. Don't try and do it alone. Don't watch a bunch of videos and try and work it out. Have the conversations with people, because that really is the game changer, and it's what's made me so successful over the years. So, the 3 core things you need to scale your business fast. First, access to capital. Don't be afraid to invest in growth. Use the links below to find funding options for you. 2, a crazy idea or many crazy ideas. Be bold, be different, do something that sets you apart, because the risk takers are the ones who change the game. And 3, someone to have your back. Success isn't a solo journey. Get the support you need to avoid costly mistakes and fast track your growth. If you take actions on these 3 things, you'll be unstoppable. Remember, I took Next Level Skirmish from 30,000 to 300K in 1 year during the toughest season any small business has ever seen. I've also done it in lots of others, but that one is one that was really challenging. And scaling is incredibly bold and brilliant, and I'm so glad that you're even considering it. So go for it. And if you are ready to scale, check out the links below. I do have a quiz there, which is capabilities quiz, and it's all about whether you've got the capabilities to tenfold your business. Now, it sounds a bit mean, sorry, not trying to be mean, but the reality is not all of us can tenfold a business. Not everybody is in the position to, and you can sometimes set yourself up to fail. So do the quiz, have a look. Hopefully it shows you something and gives you some real value. Have an awesome day.